What's up, everyone? I'm Misty, and you're on Arrow TV, the #1 place to be for all things law firm life, both in-house and freelance from a paralegal's perspective. Today is video number 4 in my do's and don'ts of a law firm life series. But I'm going to switch things up in this one because I don't really want to talk about the do's and the don'ts. I just want to give it to you. And I think that's what you guys want too. So today's video is all about searching for the job in the legal industry that you want. Regardless of whether or not you have a paralegal certification or degree, you have zero experience and you're just trying to get your foot in the door. This video is all for you. Now, don't get me wrong, I know there are plenty of paralegals out there with amazing job credentials and awesome schooling and education and all that good jazz. But this video is for the people with no experience because the next video is all about you for the people who have the experience. So if this is you, you're asking these questions, how do I get my foot in the door? Then you've come to the right place. As a paralegal coach, I actually take a lot of free consultations. And I take free consultations from paralegals who are just trying to get their feet in the door. I take paralegal consultations from people who are trying to go freelance or people who are just trying to brush up on some technology. And sometimes that's all that's needed. You just need to bend the ear of another paralegal just for 30 minutes on any subject paralegal related, and that's all you need to take the next step. And that's okay. If one phone call is all you need, awesome. I'm so happy to help you because that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you. If this is you and you're saying, how do I do this? How do I get my foot in the door when I don't have any experience? Credentials or not, this video is for you. Thank you so much for coming today. Hit that like button and let's dive into things today. Okay, if you're someone who has zero experience in this legal industry and you're just trying to find someone who will give you that chance to get your feet in the door to prove you're such an asset to their company, right? I'm not gonna lie, it is a little bit difficult. Some people require you to have all the credentials in the world and some people don't. Some people prefer on-the-job experience versus that piece of paper. It will just depend on the market and you're gonna have to do your research when it comes to that. That's not something that I can tell you for every market in every part of the world. If you have a degree and a certification and you're out there beating the pavement and you're not getting any calls, you're not getting any interviews, and you're not getting anywhere, then you need to take a step back and you need to take stock, take inventory of what's on your resume. Now, if you have no experience and you have no credentials and you're just trying to find somebody to get your foot in the door and you're also not getting the callbacks or getting the interviews or getting anywhere, then you too need to take a step back, take stock, and take inventory of what is on your resume and what you truly have to offer. During those consultation calls that I take, the #1 tip that I give to those people looking to break into the legal industry is consider taking a position that is ground level. And by this, I mean start at ground level positions. Start with billing clerk, docketing clerk, administrative assistant, secretary, legal assistant, legal secretary, receptionist, which is where I started, and I've mentioned it in this video right here, and I'll go ahead and put it in the description below. But that's where I started, just as a receptionist in a small personal injury boutique practice. I got my foot in the door, and I grew from there. 20 years later, here I am. If you're a recent graduate of a paralegal program or your bachelor's degree, you're trying to get out there, you're beating that pavement, but you're just not getting the callbacks. Perhaps you need to step it down a notch and apply for a legal assistant position instead of a paralegal position. Now, in some states, legal assistant and paralegal are synonymous. If you are in one of those states where those two terms are synonymous, then apply for a legal secretary position. Perhaps you just need to take it down a notch for a year to get your foot in the door, prove you're an amazing asset, and grow from there. I tell people all the time in my freelancing business to start small and scale your business. So in your career, think of it the same way. Start small and scale your career. Okay, true story time. I had a girlfriend long time ago who wanted to get into insurance. And I know, crazy dream, but she wanted to get into insurance. And she really tried so hard to get her foot in the door. And she just couldn't. She had basic secretarial skills, but other than that, she was in the food industry and she was in retail, and nobody really wanted to give her an opportunity. She did exactly what I said earlier. She kind of took stock and scaled it back a little bit. And actually, she took a job as a line server in a cafeteria for the insurance company that she wanted to work for, right? This was a long way away from claims handler or anything like that, all right? Even just a receptionist. She was a line server in their cafeteria, and she actually did that for a year. And she just networked within and got to know the people and kept applying. And eventually somebody gave her that opportunity. They gave her the opportunity to get her feet wet and get her foot in the door. And she did. And she proved what an amazing asset she could be. And years down the road, when I checked back in with that friend, because we did lose touch, she was a senior claims handler for that insurance company. She had continued to grow, okay? She started as a line server in their cafeteria, serving them food. And today she has a senior level position, and she's eating in that same cafeteria nearly daily that she served people in just to get her foot in the door. So same thing, same concept here. Get used to the idea that you may have to take a job in a position that's lower level than what you actually wanted. That's okay, because the point of this is just to get your foot in the door to prove, again, what an amazing asset you are. It's okay if you have to build your career, like I tell my freelance clients, build your business. You're gonna get in there in the ground level positions, network within, absorb everything you possibly can, and move your way up. Now, if you can't move up within that company, stay at least 1 year and see if you can go to another law firm and try a higher position. Some of my freelance clients have to take jobs that they don't want to take, but you have to grow your portfolio to get those testimonials, to gain more authority in your business and get those clients, those high-paying clients that you want. You have to scale your business, you have to scale your career. When it comes time to applying for jobs at law firms, if you're coming in with no experience here, then you really need to capitalize on what it is about you that will set yourself apart from others. You need to capitalize on the skills that you have now that will transcend into the legal industry. For instance, if you are a bilingual telemarketer or a server in the food industry and you're looking to transition into the legal industry because that job looks cool and you think you'd be good at it, you really need to capitalize on 3 things on your job application when it comes to you having no experience. And that is your customer service skills, your ability to keep a level head during stressful circumstances, which all telemarketers and food servers have to have, and the fact that you're bilingual. The fact that you're bilingual is the golden ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, all right? You need to capitalize on those 3 things on your resume and in your job interviews and on your job applications. Now, where that would shine the most would be in any immigration, personal injury, or workers' compensation law firm. As a receptionist, as a legal secretary, even as a file clerk. Those are the places that your assets will shine the most. Your customer service skills and the fact that you're bilingual is amazing. Bonus tip: if you do not have any experience in the legal industry, you're just trying to get your foot in the door, no one's giving you an opportunity, but you're bilingual, you're fluent here, so I want you to go and register with a language interpreting service. Now, I hire those folks all the time. In fact, last week I hired two. I hired a Spanish interpreter and a Russian interpreter. If you want to network in this legal industry, go ahead and register for a language services company to interpret for attorneys, to interpret for the courthouses. They desperately need you. There's not enough to go around, and that's a great way to network within. If you do an amazing job for a law firm as someone who is bilingual and you're able to interpret well for them, then they may actually ask you to come on board with them as a legal assistant or as a secretary or as a receptionist. There you go. Somebody who's willing to get you your foot in the door just from networking within the legal industry. If you're a CNA, if you're an RN, if you're an LPN, if you're in the medical industry at all, or working for a doctor's office or a dentist office whatsoever, and you understand HIPAA, you understand day-to-day operations about the medical industry, you understand how to read medical records, how to file away medical records, how to look at medical records, you understand what EHR and EMR and meaningful use mean, then you are an amazing asset to personal injury attorneys, product liability attorneys, workers' compensation attorneys. Your skills will shine in this legal industry when you understand the medical field, because there are so many things that you can do for attorneys, regardless if you're in their office or just as a side hustle. You know, when you're doing billing record summaries and you're doing medical chronologies and medical summaries, and you understand billing coding, and you can do lien subrogation with attorneys. Those things are huge. So if you understand these things and you want to transition into the legal industry, then you really need to capitalize on those items on your resume and in the interviewing process. If you're coming from the banking industry and you're a teller at a bank, or any part of the banking industry, you know, especially a teller at a bank, you're going to capitalize on that customer service skills. If you're anywhere else in the banking industry, then you need to capitalize on your analytical skills, your attention to detail, and your ability to work with spreadsheets. Excel, huge. Excel is huge in the legal industry. Now, where are you going to shine the most when it comes to those sort of skills? You're going to shine in bankruptcy, fair debt collection practices, mergers and acquisitions, just to name a few. But you get the hint, okay? Make sure that you're really capitalizing on those soft skills and those technical skills that are going to set you apart for the job that you are applying for. Make sure that those skills that you have match the job that you are applying for. Now, if you don't understand what soft skills and technical skills are when it comes to those industry-related terms in the legal industry, then I want you to check out this video right here, which I will link in the description box below. I talk all about the difference with those two terms right there and how to use them in your resume. And while you're over there, if you need some help with interviewing skills, then check out this video right here. I'll link it in the description box below, but I give you a lot of tips when it comes to interviewing in the legal industry. I give you two really great questions and some tips on how to form that human connection right away to set yourself apart from the other applicants and make you memorable whenever you leave that interview that I just know you are going to slam. And remember something else when it comes to those resumes, just one final thing, and that is people who are reviewing your resumes are skimming your resumes, okay? Because usually they have a lot to go through. So pick out keywords and terms and phrases that are going to pop out to the people reviewing your resume and set you apart from the others. Now, I know I say that term a lot, but when they're skimming your resume and they're seeing those keywords and terms and phrases that apply to the job that you're applying for, then awesome. That's going to set you apart. They're going to give you a call right there. I've said it in a few of my videos and I will say it again. Hustle and heart will set you apart. Getting into this legal industry, especially when you have no experience, is not for the faint of heart. You've got to know that this is a long game. This is not a short game. This is going to take some time. It just takes one person to help you get your foot in the door. It just takes one person to give you that chance. And I swear to you, I promise you, they are out there. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for your resume. They're waiting for you to apply for their virtual jobs. They are out there waiting for you. You've just got to get into the right moment at the right time with the right people. I swear they are out there. You have got to have a thick skin and a strong spine in this industry, which I mentioned in this video. Of course, I'll link it in this description box below. If you don't have that, and if you can't stick it out and never give up, then this industry isn't for you. The legal field isn't for you, okay? It's gonna chew you up and spit you out like a bad piece of jerky. Don't let it do that. Life is too short. Get in there, play this game, don't give up. Join me next week for video 5 in this little do's and don'ts series, and I'm probably gonna do the same thing that I did today, but video 5 is all for the paralegals with the credentials, with the job experience. You're out there, you're working, you're climbing that corporate ladder in the legal industry, but you have not found your forever home. Now, video 5 is all for you because I've been there, I've done that. It took me years to find my forever home. Video 5 is all for you guys. But regardless if you're a newbie or a veteran, thank you so much for stopping by today. I truly appreciate you. And of course, good luck to you in all that you do because this crazy legal industry, of course, needs somebody just like you. If you liked today's video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Click that notification bell to receive a notification of each time I post a video on here. Thank you so much. As always, have a fantastic rest of your day, an amazing work week, and an awesome weekend ahead of you. And I will see you back here next time for video number 5. Mwah! Bye, guys. Ugh. You're an no. Let's try this again. Okay. My legs are gonna fall asleep. Daddy's home. I gotta stop.